very good afternoon to all. I am in Computer Science and Engineering departments. Feel privileged to extend a very warm welcome on behalf of Tulsiramji Gaikwad-Patil College of Engineering and Technology, NAC Bangalore, accredited by NAC Bangalore, to the AICTE-sponsored International E-Conference on recent trends in machine learning and artificial intelligence in the field of science and technology, organized in collaboration. Honored by the presence of guest on call, Chief Guest Nitin Bhagave, Principal, Government College of Engineering, Nagpur. Welcome, sir. Honorable guest of honor, Mr. Vikram Singh Rath, Oracle Solution Architect, Capgemini from London, UK. Welcome, sir.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. Also, thus, our guest on call, Dr. Chan, Deputy Dean Research from Segi University, Malaysia, and Dr. Raja Mohan Patsarthi, sir. And we have dignitaries on dais, Honorable Dr. Mohan Gaikwad-Patil, Chairman Gaikwad-Patil Group and Convener of Conference, Honorable Professor Sandeep Gaikwad, Treasurer Gaikwad-Patil Group Institution, Honorable Director Admissions, Dr. Geeta Gaikwad-Patil, Honorable Director of Innovation, Incubation, Industry and Linkages, Training and Placement Cell of Gaikwad of Institution, Dr. Prashant Kadu, Honorable Co-Convener of E-ICAIML, Professor Anup Gad, Director IT Cell, Professor Mukul Pandey, Honorable Joint Organizing Secretary, Professor Ritesh Mukul, all the respected directors, HODs, participants from India and foreign countries. We all are indeed delighted on the valedictory function of city-sponsored international E-ICAIML. Was organized with the aim of understanding the fastest growing field all over the globe in various organizations, industries, research institutes, etc. It also focuses on learning recent trends in machine learning and artificial intelligence. Able to learn new information and tactics, offering presentations, chance to converse with other researchers from different universities and countries. I thought that this conference was a great learning experience for you all, and during this challenging, unstable and uncertain period also, we came out stronger as a better version of ourselves. As it is correctly stated that the flip side of learning new things is relearning the classic techniques. So, with this thought, Honorable Co-Convener of today's conference, Professor Anup Gade, to give an introductory remark.
Good evening, Vikram sir. Good evening, Dr. Chan.
Good afternoon.
Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Principal, Government College of Engineering, Nagpur. Guest of honor, Vikram Singh Rathore sir from UK. Honorable Dr. Chan, Dr. Patsarthi, Honorable Treasurer, Professor Sandeep Gaikwad, Principal, distinguished administrators of PGI, and all dear participants. It has been rightly said that this conference is exact result of this statement. Let me AICTE has a physical conference to our institute. COVID pandemic has changed the situation entirely. AICTE has whether to go for an e-conference or to withdraw for the conference. Management stood strongly behind us. They motivated to go first ever e-conference at GPGI. Lots of if and buts were there, but whenever there is a strong team of enthusiastic staff members, strong motivator and a source of guidance, everything is possible. Of course, it is not possible without the dynamic leadership of Dr. S.S. Rathore. We have started preparations of conference. We have decided to go for the tie-ups with international university. We approached Segi University, Malaysia, under the Dr. G.K. Apari sir and under the leadership of our principal, Dr. Rathore, to Segi University for their splendid response every time, cooperative, and as a result of it, we could conference successfully. 450 plus articles we have received throughout the globe. Critical review process we have gone through. Plagiarism was also one of the strong feature. Number of rejections, 48% of accept. We have allowed 150 plus participants for oral presentation in this conference, of course, via. Yesterday, on 27th, we had an inaugural session. The chief guest was Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Honorable Member Secretary, AICT. Guest of honor was Dr. Chan, Honorable Deputy Dean. The keynote address of day one was delivered by Dr. Ram Mohan, professor from Segi University, Malaysia. Keynote speaker was Dr. Gautam Das, CEO in Analytics, Kolkata. 2 days, 18 tracks, simultaneously moving on. Excellent process, great discussion amongst the 18 session chairs were there. Session chairs were from VNIT, Government Engineering College, to name a few, Dr. Srimankar, Dr. Latish Malik, Dr. Tai Gawane, to name a few, I'm just saying. 18 names are there, and everyone was contributing, everyone was suggesting, motivating the participant. It was a fantastic show. When I had a discussion with our Honorable Director Admission, she said, students, they are coming up with whatever they know, they are delivering what best they can do. Confidence level automatically goes on increasing. On one fine day, I had a discussion with our Honorable Treasurer, Professor Sandeep Gaikwad sir. He was talking about our COVID pandemic, situation or world will entirely change. The new situation, the new scenario would be 60% theoretical portion, which can be covered through online. We can have a foreign collaborations, and only 40% of the practical parts physically. It has done us a lot. Of course, it has impacted the world heavily. But as I said yesterday, those who would like to see opportunities in the programs. There are many things to say. I would like to stop here. Thank you so much for your great response. I would like to thank everybody who participated directly or indirectly here. Thank you so much. Have a great time.
Words. This evening we are and he is working at Capgemini UK and operates from London. He was part of many digital transformations and ERP implementations with many global customers across Australia, Israel, Europe, UK, and he was a close observer and a part of changes in technologies. So we are indeed grateful to you for your gracious presence. I now request you to please address us. Please, sir.
Sorry, am I audible? Hello. Okay. So first of all, thanks a lot for the college management, and I'm really thankful for them to give me this honor and privilege to address all of you in such a big and important forum. So a big thanks to everyone and college management. And before we move ahead, let me introduce myself. My name is Vikram Singh Rathore, and since last 18 years, I'm the part of IT industries. And I have done many digital transformations, ERP implementations across the globe. That is Middle East, Israel, uh, North America, Australia, UK, and Europe. So I was part of this journey of IT since since very long time. And when I was doing my MTech, my topic was artificial neural network, because at the time this was very hot topic, and I thought that let me check it, how does it work. And at that time also we were just able to foresee that the technology will get changed dramatically when these things will come into picture and start taking shapes. So I have seen the evolution of IT systems since so many years. You can say as part of many organizations at the various geographies, and I have seen how the life of the people affected, how the technology got changed, and how it's changing very rapidly now. So there are lots of perspective, because I'm from the IT sector, so I would like to share some of the interesting experience that might that help you and take your conversations and dialogue further. So for the customers and users perspective, if I have to speak, then when I first time went to one overseas customer at Tel Aviv, that is Israel, and uh, well, that's more than 10 years back. At that time, we have to tell the users how, because the IT system was very complicated. The technologies was on premises, and there are certain sort of skill and knowledge required to work on that. So we have to train them a lot. We have to tell them a lot. This is the way system works. You have to click there, and how this processes work, how your paper-based system, manual system will be transformed, and how it will take shape. So at that time, point of time, the training time was 2 to 3 months. So I had to travel to lots of places to the group of people, and I had to stand beside them and tell them, this is the way it's gonna work, and this is the way you should operate the system. It was quite complicated because the language barrier and other thing. But the main problem was the technology, because technology is complicated. It wasn't that easy for a person who came from a mental background to work on that, understand that. Now, if I'll change that era to news perspective, this time, current world, my training time to the users has reduced dramatically from 3 months to that narrow down to 1 or 2 weeks. Why? Because the technology has become simpler. It made their life simpler. It's user friendly. It's easy. There are lots of chatbots, AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and it has made their life very easy. It's very user friendly. So they can access the system. They can understand the navigation. They know what they're looking for. They know how their system should behave and what outcome they're expecting. So now when I interact with my end user, my customers, so the quality of questions has become totally changed, because now they understand. It's user friendly. It has become because of the chatbots, and there are lots of tools. There are lots of self-learning thing. So they know what they're looking for. So from the user perspective, customer is at the win-win situation. Now, if we'll talk about from commercial point of view, that's quite important main. So earlier, we can say 10 years back, when the most of the system were on-premise, cloud and AI chatbots were not in the picture, a mid-sized project uh, with some sort of integrations, we used to give a timeline of 2 to 3 years, and the resources that we required to execute project end to end was nearly 150 or more than 150, because there are lots of outdated system, stale system, integrations. The technology was complicated, and we really need a big herd of people to do the jobs. But now, in this current scenario, because of introduction of cloud, and there are so many technologies that is built in with the cloud that is helping the customer. The whole IT system has changed dramatically. Now, for the same task, for the same project, we need only the time frame has reduced to 3 to 4 months, and so you can see it's 10 folds, and the resources that we need earlier is 150. It has come down to 6 7 or max 10. So you can see that the commercial and timeline that is affected dramatically. Of course, in the earlier system, when it was on premise, there are lots of issues that we used to face time to time because uh, the upgrade process, other processes were complicated. But now, because of introduction of the cloud and AI, the system can auto repair itself. So the issues are minimizing. We have to put a big technical team after the project go live to fix the issues. But now that team has size reduced uh, to 1 or 2 persons, and that also for a couple of months. The end users can look after their issue by themselves because the system has built-in such like that it understands the issue, it fixes it, and it put the patches automatically. The license costs, everything has reduced. I can give a very, very simple example that you'll understand. If you remember earlier, you must have seen the big IVM and Linux servers in the big rooms. We have to put lots of air conditioning, very highly technical people who can understand how the servers can connect and how they work. A big infrastructure that we had to establish. But now you can put everything in the cloud. So that big room, that big hall where all the big servers are located, now you can shift everything to the cloud. So you don't need to pay for the room. You don't need to put for the air conditioning. You don't need to put the resources to handle that. It can be done in the cloud itself. So the cost has reduced a lot. And not only it's just put in the cloud, the system is repairing, maintaining, upgrading all the thing by itself. So the effort has reduced dramatically here. So from the commercial point of view, if I would say, because the introduction of technologies like AI, machine learning, customer again at a win-win situation because the efforts, cost, timeline, everything reduced a lot. From the digital transformation, because this is the term that you will hear a lot in the IT sector. So it's called as like an industrial revolution. I can give one example to you. Mercedes-Benz asked us to do the health checkup their IT system. So when I met their CTO for the first time, I asked, "What is how you do? Can you please tell me how your system works?" And he was not able to explain me because the system was so outdated, so disparate, works here and there. No one was having complete understanding how the system used to work. So we have created their landscape, and then we told them this is the way your system works, and these systems are outdated. It's not working, but you are still paying the license and everything. Then we have done the digital transformation of their complete system, and I can give one example of hiring and recruiting, how this digital transformation worked. So we have introduced lots of chatbots on RPA agents and AI tools for the hiring of the people because that was a big challenge for the Mercedes-Benz. So in a layman's term, if there is a requirement for a particular post, A, B, C, that is the skill set that they need. Now, system checks, okay, this is a requirement that has been posted. Is this requirement, this skill set available in their system? No. Then it goes and checks the website like LinkedIn, Monster, and other website, and there it checks, okay, this skill set is available or not. Okay, now it identified 10 people. Now, by parsing the resume of 10 people, the system tells us, okay, these 5 people are highly skilled, they are lowly skilled, and but these 2 people are highly risky, that their attrition rate is very high. Don't hire them. You can interview them, but they won't be with you for a longer time. So if you want to retain somewhere from the longer perspective, then go for this thing. So when a recruiter who want to hire someone for a job and he's having this sort of information analytics data available in hand before the interview, you know how uh, the whole system changes. So when the digital transformation of the system has been done, their margins, their manual work, paper-based work have reduced dramatically. It's a huge profit that that they have observed. One more example I can tell you about in terms of the artificial intelligence of IBM Watson. I'm sure that you must have heard that. This has been used in the wider perspective in TCS US location. Now IBM Watson is like a machine who can it's having huge database, and like a person, it can talk to you, it can work with you, it can understand and sort out your issues. One simple example in a layman's and easy term, if I'll do how this AI of IBM works, that if IBM is installed in a restaurant and you go at the morning time on Monday and you ask for the tea, that is 8 a.m. Next day, you have gone at the same time and you ask for the tea without sugar. Wednesday, you ask for the coffee. Now, when you're going at the afternoon, you're asking some juice. And at the evening time, when you're going with your boss, you're asking for drinks. Now, Watson is observing and analyzing your behavior. Now, after next week, when you'll go to IBM on Tuesday, it will ask a question. If you'll go to morning time, okay, Vikram, do you need sugarless tea? So it know it knows how you think and how what do you want. It can also give you legal advices because that is working quite a lot in US, and also it can do your health checkup. So if in the TCS US the employees are getting sick, they used to send them to Watson. What Watson does, that it asks that, okay, you're having a stomach ache, please put your belly on this particular area. It checks that. Then it asks for a blood sample. So you have to put your finger somewhere, and it just take a prick your finger and take the blood sample. Then it checks immediately, gives the result, and gives the prescription. So IBM is also working as a doctor. So these technologies are going to improve a lot. Now coming to the future, the style of working, as you can see that you organize this conference online. I'm speaking from here, and there are lots of people who's available globally from the multiple locations, but it's going on, it's working perfectly fine. So style of working of the companies and organizations is going to change a lot. This is the first thing. And second thing is the way the technology is improving and changing very rapidly. New dimensions are getting explored in every day. Because I'm speaking to all the engineers, I would advise only one thing, that if you won't upgrade and update yourself, the chances are getting obsolete are there. So that is at your door. There are a huge possibility because of these technologies, because if you learn it, you can find new dimensions to your career. And there's a huge possibility everywhere in the research and all the fields that if you like to explore. But you need to keep yourself updating and upgrading all the time. So I hope I haven't taken much time. And I would like again thanks the college management and the people who's organizing it. So it's a big thanks, and it's a great honor and privilege for me to come here and address you like this. So thanks everyone, and now I can pass the baton to the narrator.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your vast experience and knowledge with us. And I hope our participants are really motivated by your address. Thank you, sir, again. We hope to have another interaction in future.
Welcome.
The fragrance of flowers spread only in the direction of wind, but the goodness of a person spreads in all directions. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to introduce chief guest of today's function, Honorable Dr. Nitin Ghagave, Principal, Government College of Engineering, Nagpur. Sir did his BE in Electrical from Government College of Engineering, Amravati, MBA from Nagpur University, ME in Electrical Power Systems, and PhD in Electrical from VNIT, Nagpur. Sir has 29 years of teaching in technical institutions. Many project and research work are being carried by him. Few of them are design of software in AI to control traffic light signals, design of automatic control of street lights, and many more. Sir has presented more than 36 plus papers in various national and international conferences and journals. He is having vast expertise in various areas. Few of them are power system analysis and computation, optimization technique, microprocessor and microcontroller based systems, power system deregulation, power system automation. Various responsibilities are held by him during his tenure. He worked as a member of various committees of DTE, Government of Maharashtra, Senate member in Government College of Engineering, Amravati, worked as a reviewer for IEEE international conferences, working as PhD supervisor for 4 research scholars, worked as a chairman for affiliation committee in Babasaheb Ambedkar Technical University, Lonair. Under his supervision, 1 candidate have been awarded PhD. Recently, he has received many awards, like he is nominated in World's Who's Who Dictionary, published patent on own research, 1 research paper recognized amongst 25 hot topics of science direct journals in January-March 2009, received best conference paper IEEE International Conference held at Singapore, and list goes on. A warm welcome to you, sir. I am very pleased and honored to have you with us today. We are excited to listen to your session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Clear to you? Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon, one and all. It's my pleasure to be here at this valedictory function of International Conference on recent trends in artificial intelligence and machine learning in the field of science and technology, as organized by Tulsi Ramji Gaikwad College of Engineering and Technology and Segi University, Malaysia. At the outset, I congratulate the organizers for selecting such a hot topic of today's day, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Dear friends, as we know, the science and technology plays an important role to make the human life more simple and comfortable. There has been some sort of criticism when some new technology is introduced. More the new technology is introduced, more is the possibility of losing jobs by people. This is some sort of criticism which is made at various levels. In fact, we have this experience. If you go into the history, when the computers were introduced, the people used to say that the people will be losing jobs in future and so on. But when a new technology is introduced, definitely some opened. In fact, it is said that with the help of this new technology, the human life is getting more simpler and simpler. Now, as the topic which is selected by the organizers, the recent trends of artificial intelligence and machine learning in the various fields of science and technology. Of course, AI/ML is a basic say concept. It can be applied to each and every discipline of the engineering. When I talk about my branch, I am from electrical engineering. There are so many things, so many where this technology, where this concept can be applied. In fact, I would say, it's my personal opinion, of course, the invention takes place in two ways. There are two options, two ways. Number one, the concept is there. That means, for example, take this AI/ML. We have to search the areas where this AI/ML can be applied. This is one way of application of the new technology to a particular field or particular area. Another, for this I would give one example as far as my discipline is concerned. In power system electrical engineering, the concepts are almost changed. As many of you must be knowing that the power generation, distribution, transmission and distribution happened to be in the same line, happened to be in the same direction, which we used to call it as a vertical monopoly. There was a single entity which used to generate the electrical power, transmit and distribute to the customers. For example, if you remember, it was in Maharashtra, it was MSEB, Maharashtra State Electricity Board. Maharashtra State Electricity Board, where the owners of generating plants, they used to transmit the power and they used to distribute the power to the consumers. This is what we call it as a vertical monopoly. Now, the things have been changed. The power scenario is totally changed now due to deregulated policy, deregulation of power system. In fact, probably you must be knowing, in 2003, the Act of Power Restructuring or Deregulation was passed in Parliament. And with this act, what happened? The power sector was opened to the private entities. Now anyone can generate his or her own power, okay, and transmit or distribute to the consumers or supply to the grid, power grid. The best example I can give you over here, that rooftop technologies. We have enough number of solar energy available with us as far as our territory is concerned. Okay. So this solar energy can be tapped properly and can be utilized it in an efficient way when this deregulated policy is properly executed or applied. Nowadays, as you know, you must be knowing, there are rooftop solar photovoltaic plants. Many of the buildings you might be seeing that, suppose I am a consumer, I have my own power plant, solar PV plant. I can use it for my own consumption, and the rest of the power can be transmitted, can be uploaded to the grid, for which I will be paid by the MSEDCL people, right? So this is what the change which has been taken place in power system area. Naturally, the things are changed as far as metering is concerned, or controls of various fault occurrences is concerned. Definitely, AI/ML could be the best solution to tackle such type of problems. So this is one way to apply the technology to the area. Okay, so this is, of course, I am sure that it is applicable to civil engineering, it is applicable to mechanical, electronics, and everywhere. I have given my example of my discipline. So this is one way. Another way is to find out the real life problem. And after finding out the real life problem, then search for the technology. This is another way to apply the technology to the various problems. Here again, I can give this example. In fact, my project is the students to whom I guided have designed AI-based traffic control, and an award in Siemens, which was conducted by Siemens. The competition was conducted by Siemens India, and amongst 3,000 projects, our project was selected by Siemens. So what exactly this project was, I would share how the problem comes to the mind, and then it can be solved by the technology. See, when I was in hot summer, it was a time around say some May, it was summer season, and I was going on my bike. In fact, I had to stop at traffic signal. There was a huge, sunshine and temperature, of course. There was a very hot day. It was a very hot day, and even then the signal was, I had to stop at the signal because it was red. What I found there, the another lane which was given a green signal was totally empty. There was no traffic at all. The traffic signals which are installed at various places, take an example of our Nagpur city, whatever the time delay, it is fixed, 15 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever it may be, whether there is a traffic or not. Okay, whether there is existence of traffic or not, the people have to stop till the signal becomes. So in this hot season, on this hot day, when it was around 45 degrees centigrade, which was atmospheric temperature at that time, maybe more than that. So I had to stop at the traffic signal since it was red, although the other lanes was empty, but green signal was given to the empty lane. Then I thought that why should not I break the signal? Of course, since there is no traffic on the empty lane, but again it was against the rule. Unnecessarily I had to stop, and I saw that this is a problem which can be dealt with the technology, right? So I thought, I discussed with my students, and they designed the AI-based traffic signal, right? Artificial intelligence-based traffic signal. So what exactly this gadget was? It was calculating the length of the vehicles. Length of the number of vehicles on a particular lane, and accordingly the time was provided to that particular lane, for passing over the lane. In short, the green signal will be on for a particular moment of time. It's not fixed. It is always variable, right? So depending upon the length of the traffic, the green signal will be on. When there is no traffic, automatically the green signal becomes off and it becomes red. Another lane is started. In this way, the problem could be tackled with the help of AI. Another project I would like to mention over here, which our students designed, and it was functioning at Amravati, Government College of Engineering, Amravati. We designed and developed a project which was basically checking the presence of human objects in the library. This project is, in fact, it is installed in the library section. What we observed, that unnecessarily lighting and fans in the library, they remain on even though there is no person present in the library area, which is a wastage of energy. So what we thought, that if we install the sensors at prominent places in the library area, these sensors, object sensors, could identify the persons, the presence of the students or faculty, and accordingly those particular lights and fans would be switched on. When the person go out of the vicinity of the sensors, the lights and fans would be automatically switched off. So this is again another example of AI applied to save the energy. So what I mean over here, that if you try to find out the real life problems, you have a list of problems. And as I said earlier, that if you try to tackle these problems with the help of technology, newly introduced technology such as AI/ML, definitely we will remain in comfortable position always. And of course, we the Indians are always there, and I'm very proud to say at this moment, in fact, whether this news is correct or not, I don't know. But today itself, I read one article, of course, on WhatsApp University, that the invention of gravity was made by the Indian. It was before Newton, Isaac Newton. It was already invented by the Indians. This was, in fact, the article. And another important point I should mention over here, this particular statement was made by the professor from Manchester University. So it has got a little importance. So we must think from this point that we have a lot of talent with us. Definitely it has to be brought out and put on a particular proper platform so that it will known to the entire globe. So thank you for giving me an opportunity. I congratulate Honorable Dr. Mohan Gaikwad sir, Dr. Sandeep Gaikwad, Dr. Rathod, Professor Rathod, Mr. Vikram Singh Rathod, all the organizers, Professor Kadu, Professor Shaha, and all my friends. I'm thankful to all of you for giving me an opportunity to speak on this platform. Thank you very much. Over to organizer. Anchor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It was pleasure listening. Your presence has been very valuable and moral boost to us. And thank you again, sir, for sharing your deep and informative knowledge with us. Dear participants, this is the moment we all were eagerly waiting for. That is the announcement of Best Paper Award. Before announcing the names of winners, let me losing is the part of the game, the most important part. You took the challenge and dare to face such fierce competition. So I would like to say everyone is winner here. Let us give a big round of applause to all the participants. Without taking much time, I would like to announce the Best Paper Award from Set 1 in day 27 November. Track 1 CSE IT, The first best paper award goes to Shreyal Ashok Kulai from Somya Vidya Vihar University, Mumbai, with a paper title Property Price Prediction Application Developed Using Machine Learning Algorithm. I request dignitaries on the dais and on the call to please give a big round of applause. Track 2 CSEIT, Uddhav Dhurokar with a topic Healthcare Chatbox System with Emergency Virtual Assistance. Session 2 on 20th November, Track 1 in CSEIT, Joel Kabobo from Somya Vidyadhar University, Mumbai with a paper title High Security Online Shopping Website Using Web Programming and Network Security Technology. Again from Track 2, we have Satrugna Singha and group from Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal, with a paper title A New Architecture for Conversion of Multiple Digits Double-Based Number System to Single Digit with base 2 and 5 using the lookup table. Congratulations on today on 28th November from track 1, that is CSEIT, Kushal Sengani from KJ Somaya College of Science and Commerce, Mumbai, with a paper title Artificial Intelligence Based Information Retrieval System with Video Montage Technique. I request dignitaries on the dais to please clap for this participants. From track 2 in CSEIT, Shubhankar Shaha and group from Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, Bangalore, with a paper title Tracking Multiple Humans Objects in a Video Using Deep Learning. From track 3 in Mechanical Engineering, Shubhangi Gondane and group from Tulsiramji Gaikwad-Patil College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur, with a paper title Synthesis of Novel Adhesive for Bamboo and Comparison of its Mechanical Properties with Adhesive available in market. Track 4 Civil Engineering, Neha Vanjari and a group from Tulsiramji Gaikwad-Patil College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. I request dignitaries to please give a big round of applause with a paper title of Comparative Analysis of Conventional Chevron Braced Frame and Diagrade Frame with a Plan Irregularity. From track 5, Electrical Engineer Akash Burbure and group from again DGPCET Nagpur, Design and Analysis of a Hybrid-Based Battery Management System for Electric Vehicles. And from last session 4, track 1 CSIT, Pushya Chaprala from Vignan Foundation of Science and Research, deemed to be University Guntur, with a paper title Novel Application on an Archaeology Site with a Fusion of Immersive Computing. Track 2 CSIT, Professor Praful Barekar and group, Yashwantrao Chauhan College of Engineering, Nagpur, a voice control e-commerce web applications. For Civil Engineering, Ansari Abdullah and group from IIT Delhi, with a paper title of Stabilization of a Black Cotton Soil using Terrazine. From track 5, we have Srinivas Nagaballi from VNIT Nagpur again, with a paper title Decision Making Using Pareto Optimality and Game Theory Strategy to Resolve the Conflict Between Techno-Economic Aspects. So these are the winners of our 2 days conference. A big round of applause and a very congratulations to all of you. Now I request our participants to share their views about this e-conference. Can we have some of the participants' feedback? You can raise your hand so that we can come to know. We have Shreya with us.
Yeah, ma'am, I already have tears in my eyes. Thank you so much, first of all. I want to say something here. Myself, Shreyal from Somya Vidyadhar University, which is in Mumbai. And out of 400 papers, our 40 papers got selected. And I'm really thankful for that. We all are third year undergrad students from Somaya University, and we are bachelor of computer science students. For me, presenting in this research work was a venture, was a big dream coming true. So thank you, and it was unimaginable. I believe if you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. And that's what your organization is doing. That's what our organization is doing. So I'm really thankful for that. I would like to thank my professor, Mr. Bilal Sheikh, for constantly guiding me, also our organization, Somaya Vidya University, and also to you all for TGP CET conference, AIML conference, all the winners and everyone. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Shreyal. Can we have another?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Ritik.
Yes, ma'am. A very good afternoon to one and all. My name is Ritik from KJ Somaya College of Science and Commerce. Being an undergraduate student, that too in BSc Computer Science, participating and presenting in a research work at such a big venture collaborated by an esteemed College of Engineering of the state, along with the AICTE and New Delhi and Segi University, Malaysia, for me is still like a dream. It's unimaginable. I want to thank to all the respected organizers for such a wonderful opportunity. And I also want to thank my professor Bilal Sheikh who for guiding throughout this event. Thanks to this international conference for giving us an idea of, we learned the new trends in the technologies and beautiful topics in our respective domains. Last but not the least, I want to thank to all the conveners and to the everyone who contributed to make it a success, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Ritik, thank you very much. Thank you for your kind words. Can we have another? Please raise your hand so that we can come to know. I request participants to please raise your hand. Yes, we have Priyanka Mogre. Yes, we have Joel Kabobo. Can you please turn on your video? Yes, Joel sir, can you please turn on your video?
Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I'm Joy Kabobo. I'm a third year student at Somaya Vidya University. So it was a great opportunity. Glad, and it was a wonderful and amazing thing for me that my paper was selected. And throughout this conference, I learned more about new technology, and I thanked my guide.
So your voice is little bit distracting.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, just your voice is little bit distracting. You can off the video, then you can like speak about it.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, as a amazing for me that my paper was selected among the best paper. I was not expecting that, and I thank my guide, Prof. Bilal Sheikh. Without him, I cannot complete this. And all this technology just push us, motivate us to work to work hard and to bring more in this today life. I thank you and I thank all these respected attendants for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Joel sir. Congratulations again for receiving a Best Paper Award. Can we have another one? There are many participants who want to speak it out. You can send your message in our chat box also. Feedbacks are accepted. Yes. Shubhankar Shaha. Please, sir.
Yeah, a very good afternoon to one and all. I hope you can see me right now. So first of all, I want to thank the university, Segi University, and also the whole ICAIML team for organizing such an amazing event. I know it would have been a challenge for you to organize an event in such for the for the first time electronically and virtually. And I think the team had done a phenomenal job. Apart from that, I'm really thankful to the committee for selecting my paper for the as a best paper awards. I'm really grateful, and I couldn't have done it with the guidance from my university teachers from then and Sagar College of Engineering and my team. So I hope to get this opportunity next year again, and I'm really thankful to the university again.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Pushya, sir. Hello. Can you please unmute yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Pushya Chaparala from Vigyan Foundation for Science and Technology from Guntur. I would like to thank the organizers to understand and adjust the slots. Thank you very much for that.
For you to on the camera, will it be possible?
Can you?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I would really thank the organizers to actually adjust the slots because of what are the constraints we are having. And the committee has done really good job in organizing such a phenomenal event during the live sessions and all. And I'm really happy to get my paper selected as the best paper. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you all the participants. You can share your feedback in the chat box. We are always welcome. Now, as we come to the close of our valedictory ceremony, I invite Professor Ritesh Banpurkar, Joint Secretary of this conference, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Neha ma'am. Good afternoon, all respected guests, respected management member, all dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, and all my dear participants. I, Ritesh Banpurkar, Joint Organizing Secretary, Online Conference ICAIML 20. I feel privileged to propose vote of thanks on this occasion. The end of the story is the new beginning for many others. On this note, let's conclude remarkable and memorable international conference on machine learning and artificial intelligence. It has been intense 2 days where we gain lot of fruitful, knowledgeable experience from all our experts and participants. On behalf of Tulsiramji Gaikwad-Patil College of Engineering and Technology, first and foremost, I would like to thank AICTE for providing us approval on organizing international e-conference on ICAIML. Today, I am glad to say we successfully completed. I am very Much thankful to Segi University Malaysia. Without their generous support, it would not have been possible to organize this conference. I am sure that ICAIML continue to get the generous support from various organizations in future also. I sincerely thank our Chief Guest Dr. Raju Kumar, Member Secretary AICT New Delhi, and Guest of Honor Dr. Chen Myu-ki, Deputy Dean of Research, Faculty of Engineering, Segi University, Malaysia, for kindly accepting our invitation for gracing the inaugural function. I am also thankful to Dr. Nitin Gaugage, Sir Principal, Government College of Engineering, Nagpur, for accepting our invitation to be a chief guest, the guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Vikram Singh Rathod, Oracle Solution Architect, Capgemini, London, for the valedictory function. I would also acknowledge our esteemed keynote speaker, Dr. Rajamohan Prasanna Sarthi, Professor, Segi University, Malaysia, and Dr. Gautam Das, CEO, INS Analytic Kolkata. We are truly humbled by your presence. Thank you once again for being with us and enlightening us by sharing your deep knowledge with all of us. I take this opportunity to thank all the reviewers members for providing their valuable comment in time and help towards for the improvement of quality of research paper presented in the international conference. I am thankful to our Honorable Chairman Gaikwad-Patil Group, Dr. Mohan Gaikwad-Patil Sir, for his kind support and motivation. Sincere thanks to our Treasurer GPGI Professor Sandeep Gaikwad Sir, who is not only a great motivation to all of us, but visionary and the person who gave us belief to bring together this program. I would like to thank our principal Dr. S.S. Rathod Sir, Principal TGPCT, Dr. Prashant Kadu, Director Triple IL, GPGI, Professor Pragati Patil Ma'am, Vice Principal TGPCT, Dr. Geeta Badode Ma'am, Director Admission Cell, Professor Anup Gade, Convener, ICAIML, Professor Mukul Pandey, Director IT, for enthusiastic support. A special thanks to all heads, organizing committee members, teaching and non-teaching staff for their support and coordination. Our heartfelt thanks to all our participants from all over India and outside India also for active participation. With this warm word and kind message, we move to the end of this. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Dear participants, your e-certificate will be mailed in your register mail ID within 3 to 4 days, and it will be based on your QR code. And again, on behalf of TGPCT, we sincerely thank to all the distinguished guests and all the keynote speakers who are on call, and all the dignitaries on the dais, and all the participants all across the globe for joining with us today, this evening. Have a wonderful, fun-filled, and safe evening ahead. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks.